This channel is all about science and philosophy. Like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos and instant updates. Thanks.
Okay, thanks to all of you, and I will take just 5 minutes of you for all viewers, and these 5 minutes will make you a perfect in science, or you can say in philosophy, and it is actually a exposure to philosophy. So I know most of the people, or you can say students, even teachers, do not know what is law, what is definition, and how to define law and how to define definition. So today I will define what is law in science and what is definition in science. So I will also give you some examples of these laws in order to give you know how to make laws in science. So let us start from the first definition. Definition of law: a mathematical relation between two or more naturally occurring events is called law. Law of happiness. Happiness is inversely proportional to number of desires. Mathematically we can write by putting the sign inversely proportional. Happiness inversely proportional to 1 by number of desires, or you can say happiness is equal to k by number of desires. Most of the people don't know what is k. K is actually the constant, but most of the people don't know why we put k in all scientific laws. I will explain this in the later videos. Here I just show you there is a k. K is the constant of proportionality. It is defined as the amount of happiness when there is only one desire, the desire of living with honor or desire of hard working. Note: a great single desire may contain large number of desires. Second is my law of progress. It states that the time rate of change of our ways is progress. That is, d by dt of our ways is equal to progress. D by dt denotes the derivative with respect to time. Because the number of ways are also the function of time, that is why I take it as d by dt. That is why I am derivating it with respect to time. So it is also the thing to understand here. So if we do not know, don't change our ways, then there will be no progress. That is, if there is no progress, it will be as the result of just our constant ways. So mathematically we can say d by dt of our ways is equal to 0 if our ways are constant. Means if we don't change our ways in our life, then there will be no progress. Like if you just use the old formulas or old solutions to new problems, then there will be no progress to in your life. So you can understand this definition like this. Because the derivative of constant function is always 0, that is why I put d by dt of our ways. If our ways is constant, then it will be 0. You know, in these days dishonesty change their ways. So d by dt of dishonesty is equal to non-zero, because it always changes, and honesty don't change their ways with time. So d by dt of honesty is equal to 0. So happiness is the best policy may be wrong sometimes in this modern world. Next is the definition of definition. Most of the people don't know what is definition. They just define most of the things in science. So this is the basic philosophical definition of definition. The explanation of unknown things from the knowledge of known things is called definition. Here, I will give you an example by defining who is brilliant student. A student is said to be brilliant if the difference in knowledge of teacher and student is very small, and the difference in thinking of student and teacher is very small. Mathematically, a student is said to be brilliant if for a given epsilon positive there exists delta, or you can say d positive, such that f of t minus f of s is less than epsilon for all t minus s mod less than delta or d. Here ft denotes the knowledge of teacher and fs denotes the knowledge of student. Why we put all these in brackets, and why I wrote thinking is the function of knowledge. Knowledge is the function of thinking, because our knowledge depends upon thinking. So that is why we can say knowledge is the function of thinking. So ft denotes the knowledge of teacher and fs denotes the knowledge of student, and t denotes the thinking of teacher and s denotes the thinking of students. So it will make ft and fs as the knowledge of teacher and students respectively. Here the mod is necessary in this definition, because for some extraordinary students this definition may be contrary, because it will make ft minus fs greater than less than maybe negative. So that is why I put mod here, there is in continuity. So like Einstein, we can say the mod will be necessary for that definition. I have lot of all other things in philosophy, like I have my principle of least worries. Man always chooses the path of life along which his worries are least. Man always wants to choose a path along which his worries are least. Man do not know the curvature of life curve drawn by God. He wants to sketch his own life curve on the basis of supposition. His present is continuous, his past is perfect, in order to avoid his future is indefinite. Thanks to all of you to viewing my video, and I will advise you, or I will request you, please share, subscribe, and click the bell icon to like my video and share with your friends. Thanks to all of you again.